Hello everybody, I'm Ralph Covert and welcome to Water Dog Records. Today we're talking about songwriting. In an earlier video, I talked about the roadmap, if you will, from the smallest piece of a song to the entire song. We looked at the note, the bar, the line, the section, and the song. And I recommend you check that video out if you're curious how all the pieces come together. There will really be a window into lots of the separate tools we can apply on all those different levels. Today I want to talk about song structure, taking different sections of a song and putting them together. Okay? So I'm going to use a nomenclature, a way of describing things, kind of an A, B, C, kind of simple language for describing the sections of a song. There's lots of ways you can describe the sections, and there's lots of there's verses, there's choruses, there's bridges, there's ramps, there's many different types of sections. And for the sake of describing the order they go into and putting the song together, we're going to use A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever we need, okay? So, the most basic song structure, if you go back to the earliest songs, would be a song that was just repeated A section. Okay, there's no variation. There's kind of and there's still many songs that are like that. So where you have, if you're differentiating different sections from each other, they have. I guess there's two aspects of what allow us to measure and compare different sections. One would be the structural one we talked about in our song structure class. Of the number of lines in that section and what kind of lines, that section is made up of. The second piece of a song would be its melody, chords and melody, the musical content of that song section. And I guess the third piece of that song, of that section as we're comparing them, would be the words. So these are all elements of a song section that you can manipulate and change. Comparing different sections to each other, a chorus is a section of a song that every time it comes back, it has the same words, the same chords, and the same melody. So it's kind of a repeating refrain. It's that part of the song you sing along with because you hear it all the time and you come back to it. Verses, traditionally, will have same chords and same melody, but different words. Some dance songs, some modern pop songs will have the same chords for both the verse and the chorus, but they'll have same chords, same structure, same number of lines, but they might have a different melody over those same chords. So that's a variation, a choice you can make. So your most basic song structure would be just a repeating A section. Your basic church hymn is a great example of this, right? You're looking at the church hymn in the book. It's the words, it's the melody, and written out on that piece of paper, and the words go to the top to the bottom, and then there's the second verse, or the second stanza, would be the same melody, the same chords, the same harmonic structure, the same length as the first one, just different words. Like Amazing Grace, every time, every verse, everything's the same, but the words change. A lot of folk songs are like that as well. A lot of blues songs are like that, where the song itself will just repeat with different verses each time, same melody, same structure, same chords. Okay? So that's kind of your basic A song. Okay? As songwriting and songs evolved over time and through history, and this really has been an evolutionary process through the centuries, one of the first variations off of your basic refrain A song would be a donut song. A donut song has two sections. It has an A section, then it goes to a B section, and then back to an A section. So it repeats the same, that A, when I say A, it's repeating the same section. There's a song of mine that does that. Off of the Bad is Beautiful album, the song She Smells Like Richard Nixon. It's a nice short concise song, so it's a good one to use as an example. Now the A section is this. She smiles like Richard Nixon, walks like Bridget Bardot, and I love her, but I can't trust her. I want her, can't let her know. So that's the A section. Starts the song, and then it goes to a B section that's completely different. And she comes dressed up in beat-up leather like a soft-aged vision in black, and she runs up and throws her arms around me as if she knew I wanted her back. And she says, how could you leave without me? She forgets she left before I did. And repeats the A section. Then she smiles like Richard Nixon, walks like Bridget Bardot. Okay. So one thing that happens with a donut song is because it's the one section and then the other, and then the first section again is part of your brain wants to just repeat back to the B, right? Because here's that A wants to go into the B. So that's kind of gives it a sense of forward motion. Why do you have a repeating section? Well, one reason is repetition is a really important part of songwriting. You want people to, you repeat the things, just like if I'm talking to you, I'm going to repeat the things that are important for me to have you hear and understand. Same thing with a song. Your chorus repeats because that's the part of the song you want people to remember. That's the part that has the hook or the title or the word or melody that you want your listener to remember. I'm reminded of the fact that Johann Strauss Jr., the waltz king, the guy who wrote the Blue Danube Waltz back in the 1800s, his definition of a hit song was a song that has a catchy dance beat, a hummable melody, and a memorable title. So really, we haven't evolved too much since then, right? Good dance beat, hummable melody, and a catchy title, which if you have lyrics and words, you want to be the line in your chorus that everybody remembers. So, donut song, A, B, A. One of the exercises I'd like you to try as you start practicing your own songwriting and applying these lessons is write a donut song. So take a song, take just any old section that you've got of something you're working on, and then go to a separate section that complements it, and then go back to the first section. It'll give you a chance to start thinking about and manipulating these structural pieces of the song, putting them together. The earliest donut songs, a lot of them were kind of chorus and then some soloing and instrumental parts, and then going back to the chorus at the end. So a lot of the original evolution of the donut song, if songs were being used for dancing, which even back in the 1800s and earlier, songs were used for dancing, right? You might have an orchestra at some duke's castle playing waltzes for people to dance to. Or earlier than that, you might have had gypsies around a campfire playing fiddle and other stringed instruments and banging on stuff and dancing around. So music has always been part of the dancing experience. A donut song could be the chorus part that you sing, and then a bunch of jamming and instrumental sections, and then repeating the chorus at the end. You can see how that's another way of having a donut song. So try writing one, A, B, A. You can get more complicated than that, though. It's kind of interesting. You can do kind of one of the classic pieces of song structure that's evolved over the years is an abacab song, and it's exactly what it sounds like now that you know we're using these letters in this way. Abacab is A, B, A, C, A, B. So you'd have a verse, and then you'd have your chorus, you'd have another verse, and then you have your C, which in this case would be a bridge, right? So the reason you would do that is part of the way you use structure is to keep the listener engaged, to give them something new, to not let them know quite where you're going. So with a church hymn, it's very repetitive. You always know what's happening next. It's very comfortable. Same thing with a folk song, blues song. As we start moving into song structure, changing it up, part of what we're doing is playing a little bit with our listeners' expectations, because that keeps them engaged. If their brain doesn't quite know where it's going in a good way, then they remain kind of interested and intrigued. So an abacab song, the reason that would work is you've got your verse and then your chorus. So verse happens, chorus is different, that's good. Go back to the verse, okay, here's something familiar, so that's good. Kind of we're balancing the familiar and the new, right? So A, B, A, something new, something familiar. Oh, we could go to the B there, we could go to the chorus, which would be great. But what if we go to the bridge there? So the bridge is something new. So A, B, A, C, something new. Now we go back to the verse, which is something fresh. Coming after the bridge, you haven't had that verse after that bridge. But it's also comfortable because you've had it before. And then close with that B, with that chorus, because that's the familiar thing. That's the thing you're really trying to drive home. That is your main message of the song. So an abacab song, verse, chorus, verse, A, B, A. Bridge, verse, chorus. Just as with our song structure and the different pieces of a song, it's all about your choices, though. You can put these pieces together in whatever way you want. You can do a chorus first. You could do multiple verses. Don't have to be one verse. You could do two verses. In fact, I'm going to break down, I'd like to break down my song, Happy Lemons. What I did in that song is, it's a very simple song. So there's only 3 basic lines of the entire song. It's a Ralph's World song, one of my kids' songs. The first line is, happy lemons for happy days, happy people with smiling faces, happiness is a glass of lemonade. So there's my A section, okay? My B section is, lemonade in the shade, everyone loves lemonade. Again, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And the only remaining line of the song is my C section, which is even simpler. La 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 lemonade. So how am I going to put a song together that is that simple and yet is still going to be able to sound fresh and engage people when they sing it for the millionth time, as happens with kid songs? What I did, a traditional structure with that song might be something like we talked about. Verse, chorus, verse, bridge, verse, chorus. An abacab song, right? You could also do a song where you had verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus. But in those things, with a song this simple, it's going to really start to, I think, get repetitive. So what I did was I changed up the structure. I did verse A, B, verse, chorus. I did a double verse. Then I did a double chorus. A, B, B. And then I did the bridge, C. And then I reversed the chorus and the bridge. So if you look at it, your traditional structure would be A, B, C, A, B. Verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus. You can see I did A, B, B, C, B-A. That sounds like a lot of gobbledygook. But let's take a quick roadmap of why I did that. The first A happens. Repeat the A, okay. It's repeated, but it's the first time an A has come after an A, so that we assume that's the way it's built. Goes to the chorus. Okay, now, for the first time, we have something different coming after that A section. So it's new. We don't know what's going to happen. For the first time we've seen a B section. Goes to the A. Okay. Now we're expecting to hear 2 A's because that's what we had before. But instead, we go to the B section, and we're expecting to go back to the A, but instead we go to a second B section. So at this point, at every step of the song, there's been something new or unexpected. Goes to the bridge, again, unexpected, and goes to, by having the last 2 sections of the song be chorus and verse, they're reversed, which is unexpected. So by structuring the song this way, A, B, B, C, B, A, it creates a nice little puzzle where every section of the song occurs in a way that's unique from the last one. I'm going to play through the song, and you can kind of watch. We'll show up the different sections, label them as they happen. So it goes like this. Happy lemons for happy days, happy people with smiling faces. Happiness is a glass of lemonade. Happy lemons for happy days, happy people with smiling faces. Happiness is a glass of lemonade. Lemonade in the shade. Everyone loves lemonade. Happy lemons for happy days, happy people with smiling faces. Happiness is a glass of lemonade. Lemonade in the shade. Everyone loves lemonade. Lemonade in the shade. Everyone loves lemonade. La 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 lemonade. La 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 lemonade. Lemonade in the shade. Everyone loves lemonade. Happy lemons for happy days, happy people with smiling faces. Happiness is a glass of lemonade. And we'll do the la-las just to close out the song. La 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 lemonade. Tough to go wrong with la-las. La 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 lemonade. Excellent. Well, thanks for listening today. Again, the key elements we discussed were the kind of notation system of describing different sections of the song as A, B, and C, and some of the choices you can make putting those together. Have fun with your alphabet soup of creating your songs, and look forward to making more music with you in the future. Like my page and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks.
Maybe we don't belong together. I won't tell if you won't worry. There's time enough for time.